Welcome to Red Moon Anime. Get ready to dive into the thrilling first 3 episodes of Solo Leveling Season 2. Packed with jaw-dropping battles, shocking twists, and non-stop action. Buckle up and let's jump straight into it. The episode begins with Gina calling Jinwoo while he's resting in bed, reminding him about her parent-teacher meeting later that day. Jinwoo accompanies Gina to the meeting, where her teacher praises Gina for her impressive achievements. During the conversation, Jinwoo firmly tells the teacher that if Gina ever awakens as a hunter, he wouldn't let her follow that dangerous path. Later, Jinwoo reunites with Song Yi, the E-rank hunter he and Jinho recruited in the first season. Song Yi discovers that Jinwoo is Gina's brother. Despite the dangers of the hunter profession, Song Yi assures Jinwoo that she has no plans to quit. Understanding her determination, Jinwoo invites her to join him somewhere. Meanwhile, at the airport, Dongsu confronts Woo and declares his intent to annihilate Jinwoo and Jinho. Elsewhere, Go and Choi discuss strange creatures that Choi's group encountered during their trip to Jeju Island, hinting at new dangers. Jinwoo and Song Yi soon meet An and Hyun at a dungeon gate. An introduces Jinwoo and Song Yi to Kim Chul, an A-rank hunter renowned for his tanking abilities. They are tasked with observing Chul's team in action. However, as the group enters the gate, it unexpectedly turns red, signaling disaster. Jinwoo immediately instructs An to contact the assault team as Baek learns about the gate issue and rushes to assist. Inside, Jinwoo and the others find themselves in a wintry landscape. Jinwoo explains to Song Yi that they've entered a red gate, a dangerous dungeon that isolates them from the outside world. To escape, they must defeat the dungeon's boss. As the group advances, they are ambushed by ice elves, ice slayers, who brutally kill 2 hunters and toy with the rest of the team. Chul, taking charge, decides to split the group into 2. He insists on only taking C-rank hunters and above with him, leaving Jinwoo and the others behind. A high-rank female hunter, Park Heejin, joins Jinwoo's group, but she quickly begins to suspect that Jinwoo isn't an ordinary E-rank hunter, after witnessing him save Song Yi from a fast-moving projectile. The groups part ways, and Chul's team encounters ice bear markings on a tree, leading him to doubt Jinwoo's group's chances of survival. However, Chul and his team soon face a trio of ice bears, while Jinwoo's group prepares for their own challenges. Heejin warns Jinwoo about the ice bear markings, but he remains unfazed. Demonstrating his leadership, Jinwoo provides coats from his inventory and asks the group to refrain from questioning him. As an ice bear approaches Jinwoo's group, Baek observes the red gate from the outside but finds himself powerless to interfere. Dongsu arrives, expressing his desire to meet Jinwoo. Inside the gate, Jinwoo defeats numerous ice bears with ease. While the group eats, they marvel at Jinwoo's abilities. Determined to take control of the situation, Jinwoo ventures into the ice bear's territory and summons Igris along with his shadow army to battle the ice bears. The ice bear boss eventually appears, overpowering Jinwoo's shadow army. However, Jinwoo orders Igris to confront the boss directly. In an intense battle, Igris defeats the ice bear boss, earning Jinwoo's praise. Meanwhile, Chul's group faces relentless attacks from the ice slayers. Overwhelmed, many of Chul's allies beg him for help, but he selfishly abandons them, leaving his last companion to perish. The episode concludes with a chilling shot of an ice slayer grinning ominously, signaling even greater dangers ahead. Episode 2 begins with Jinwoo standing before the corpses of the ice bear army. With a commanding "Arise!" their shadows emerge from their lifeless bodies, joining his ever-growing shadow army. Meanwhile, outside the Red Gate, Baek, Dongsu, Woo, An, and Hyun discuss the situation. It has been 3 days since Jinwoo and the others entered the gate. Dongsu, skeptical of Jinwoo's survival, assumes he must have died. Before leaving, Dongsu confronts Baek and the group, questioning Jinwoo's motives. An explains that Jinwoo joined this expedition to take on a mission at the C-rank level. However, tensions flare when Dongsu tries to intimidate An, prompting Baek to step in. A heated clash breaks out between Baek and Dongsu. Elsewhere, Chul discovers the corpses of the Ice Bears and assumes they were killed by the White Demon. Back at the Red Gate, Woo intervenes in the fight between Dongsu and Baek. During their exchange, Woo reveals to Dongsu the truth about who killed Dongzuk. Despite this, Dongsu insists that Jinho is responsible for his brother's death. Dongsu receives a text on his phone and abruptly departs. Meanwhile, Chul stumbles upon a shelter where he spots Heejin, Song-yi, and another individual chatting. Confronting the group, Chul informs them of his teammates' deaths, claiming they died because someone took all their equipment. At this moment, Jinwoo arrives and swiftly knocks out Chul. Sensing the presence of another group nearby, Jinwoo demands that they reveal themselves. The intruders step forward, revealing themselves to be ice demons. Through the player log system, Jinwoo realizes he can understand their language. Jinwoo engages in a tense conversation with the ice demon's leader, Baruka. To assert dominance, Jinwoo kills one of Baruka's comrades and injures his horse. Baruka reveals that a mysterious voice urges him and his kind to harm humans, though this voice specifically forbids them from harming Jinwoo. Intrigued, Jinwoo speculates whether this voice operates similarly to his player log system. Baruka orders Jinwoo to hand over the humans, promising to spare Jinwoo's life in exchange. When Baruka briefly glitches, Jinwoo is left momentarily confused but stands his ground, refusing the demand. He summons his shadow army, initiating a massive battle between his forces and Baruka's brigade. As the battle rages on, Baruka charges toward Jinwoo, with Chul doing the same. Amid the chaos and smoke, Jinwoo commands Igris to kill Chul. After Chul dies, Jinwoo uses his abilities to extract Chul's shadow. The result is a massive Shadow Knight, whom Jinwoo names Iron Jinwoo, alongside Igris and Iron, faces off against Baruka. With the help of his shadow army, Jinwoo's forces ultimately defeat Baruka's troops and subdue Baruka himself. After the battle, a new gate appears, signaling it is time for Jinwoo's group to leave. Before departing, Jinwoo attempts to extract Baruka's shadow but is unsuccessful. Once back in the city, Baek confronts Jinwoo, eager to learn what transpired inside the gate. However, Jinwoo, exhausted and drained, deflects the questions and tells Baek to ask the guild for details. When Baek presses further, Jinwoo firmly reminds him to thank him for saving 2 members of the White Tiger Guild. Realizing his error, Baek apologizes, and Jinwoo leaves to take Song-yi home. Baek then orders An to bring Jinwoo to his guild. Meanwhile, Jinwoo reflects on his inability to extract Baruka's shadow, deducing it's due to the significant gap in their strength. The next morning, Jinho arrives to pick up Jinwoo and Song-yi. Observing their interaction, Jinho is puzzled by their apparent closeness. The episode concludes with Jinwoo, Jinho, and Song-yi heading off to their next destination, ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. Episode 3 kicks off with Jinwoo and Jinho completing a dungeon raid, gathering valuable magic gems as their reward. Meanwhile, on a ruined boat, a mysterious man, later revealed as Sung Il-hwan, confronts another individual. Despite the lifeless appearance of the man's comrades, Il-hwan assures him they are alive. Il-hwan expresses his strong desire to return home. Back in the city, Jinwoo and Jinho celebrate their success over a meal at a restaurant. Jinwoo is pleased they've completed all 19 quests, while Jinho shares his plans to obtain a guild master's license. Jinho intends to use this license to negotiate with his father, Myunghan, for control of the Yujin Guild. As Jinwoo prepares to leave, Jinho expresses his wish for Jinwoo to be his brother. Touched by the sentiment, Jinwoo assures Jinho that he already considers him one. Elsewhere, Il-hwan finds himself imprisoned. Two men discuss his situation, suspecting that he might be a humanoid beast. They reveal that they've reported the matter to Dong-su and plan to continue their investigation upon his return. Jinwoo, meanwhile, enters the demon's castle, the same foreboding structure where he previously battled Cerberus in Season 1. Using a special key, he gains access to the castle and receives a quest notification from the player log. His mission? To collect 10,000 demon souls. While Jinwoo embarks on his quest, Jinho meets with his father, Myunghan, to negotiate. Myunghan agrees to grant Jinho the Yujin Guild on one condition: he must recruit Jinwoo. Determined, Jinho accepts the challenge. Inside the demon's castle, Jinwoo encounters hordes of demons, defeating them with ease, although he is unable to extract their shadows. The player log rewards him with an entry permit to the castle's second floor. There, Jinwoo summons an ice bear boss and rides it into battle against a horde of demons. After their victory, Jinwoo decides to name the ice bear boss Tank. The story briefly shifts focus to Cha Hai-in, who is swimming in a public pool. She reflects on a conversation she had with Choi about Jeju Island. Choi had shared classified information about the island's flying ants with only a select few, a decision Hai-in finds frustrating. She argues that the public should have been informed, but Choi insists the association wanted the information kept secret. Choi urges her to focus on their goal of becoming the largest guild in the country. Back in the castle, Jinwoo successfully collects 10,000 demon souls and confronts avaricious Vulcan, the lord of the lower floors, along with his army. With the combined strength of his shadow soldiers and his own abilities, Jinwoo triumphs over Vulcan and his forces. Meanwhile, Dong-su begins interrogating Il-hwan. During their tense exchange, Il-hwan warns of a force far more dangerous than dungeons, gates, or magical beasts. He explains his desire to prevent this catastrophic force, stating that humanity is powerless against it. Il-hwan then reveals his son's name to Dong-su, sensing his murderous intent. The tension escalates, and the two engage in a fierce battle. As Jinwoo defeats Metis, the Guide of Souls, chaos unfolds in a nearby city. Firefighters scramble to address the destruction caused by Dong-su and Il-hwan's clash. In the aftermath, it is confirmed that Il-hwan emerged victorious over Dong-su. The episode concludes with Jinwoo reflecting on his progress in the demon's castle. Standing on the 75th floor, he notes that he now possesses 2 of the materials required for the Elixir of Life. Determined to complete his quest, Jinwoo departs, vowing to obtain the final item soon. And that's a wrap on the first 3 episodes of Solo Leveling Season 2. From Jinwoo's epic battles to the looming threat of the Monarchs, this season is off to an incredible start. What's been your favorite moment so far? Share it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Red Moon Anime, and hit the notification bell for more exciting recaps. Until next time, stay strong and keep leveling up.